I firmly believe that Palantir is probably one of the most uniquely positioned stocks in the market right now. And while I kind of hate making direct comparisons to other stocks, the more I've researched Palantir over the last year, the more and more I like to compare it to Tesla stock, which moved a whole lot of nowhere for years, and Wall Street basically kicked it to the curb and didn't give it much attention at all until that massive run-up that we had in 2020, which really brought Tesla into the spotlight for not only retail and traders, but also larger institutions. And while I'm not some stock wizard who can predict the future, the more I've looked into Palantir, the more I can see this stock as being one of those sleeping giants. So I don't exactly know when we're going to start to see Palantir climb higher, but personally, I'm both extremely optimistic and excited for the future of Palantir, both as a company and their stock. And with a shit ton of cash on their balance sheet, and their top of the line, cream of the crop data mining software, as a company, I believe they're sitting in a much more secure place than a lot of other speculative technology companies right now. So, okay, you might be thinking, if that's really the case, why hasn't their stock price reflected any of this excitement over the last year at all? And I think the answer is twofold. Number one, I think most people don't really understand what Palantir does, and therefore don't understand the true significance of their business model. And two, although Palantir has an excellent record when it comes to government contracts, a lot of people still view their commercial business as not as successful, and what a lot of investors want is diversification in the revenue mix. And hence, I think it's currently a pretty major factor affecting investor sentiment. So with all that being said, will this sentiment around Palantir actually change? Or is Palantir's stock
destined to fall into the abyss, never to see a green day in sight as it drags all the shareholders down with it as it dies a slow and painful death?
And I venture to say more than likely not. And in this video, I'd like to talk about why I think Palantir is poised for some serious growth in 2022. And due to one of Palantir's more recent product offerings, Foundry For Crypto, I'd like to discuss why this product is probably more important than you think. So Palantir has developed a new service called Foundry For Crypto that will support compliance regulations for cryptocurrencies. So I think everyone knows that cryptocurrencies are pretty hot right now, with an exciting future ahead. And with crypto being so popular and institutional adoption legitimizing this new industry, this recent Palantir offering is a potential game changer. Foundry For Crypto can help banks and fintech startups with compliance rules while also verifying customers against suspected money laundering activities. This is a platform essentially designed to do whatever it can to help its clients succeed and bring crypto into a more legitimate light by providing them with peace of mind and security through regulations. And why this is so crucial is that Foundry For Crypto, I believe, can help legitimately fuel Palantir's growth in the commercial sectors. And you have to realize that Palantir has already seen an improvement with its commercial business already. They already announced new products meant to support startups, Foundry For Builders. So with Foundry For Crypto coming into the picture now, this opens up the door for any Web 3.0 or fintech startup businesses to more securely process crypto transactions on their own platform, providing both more reliability and peace of mind for the business owners. Okay, so if we take a step back for a second, another thing you have to understand is that Palantir has continued its strong performance in the third quarter of 2021, with a 37% growth in its commercial segment, which led to a revenue of $174.3 million. So with the recent addition of Foundry For Crypto, I think it's clear that Palantir sees an opportunity in providing services to this emerging market. This could honestly help them grow their revenue exponentially, and considering the nature of the crypto world as it is right now, never mind the state of crypto 5, 10, and 20 years down the line. But regardless of what you think about this investor space, I don't think anyone can argue against the amount of gains we've seen in crypto over the last 2 years. And I think the introduction of Palantir's Foundry For Crypto couldn't have come at a better time. Cryptocurrencies are finally being recognized as an asset class on par with traditional currencies, which will only help its adoption grow moving forward. You have to look at Foundry for Crypto as a new opportunity to enter an emerging market projected to see even more insane growth over the coming years, or at least that's how I see it. And excluding China, of course, cryptos haven't really had to deal with any sort of major regulations, which regardless still opens up an attractive market that just about any user base can enjoy. And it's this institutional adoption that will create a whole new frontier for big data analytics and the continual development of the crypto ecosystem. Foundry for Crypto is leaning heavily into customer interest with banks, fintechs, and startups right now. And when you combine all these entities together, this creates an insanely huge market to tap into. So assuming this trend continues, Palantir could be on its way to even more accelerated revenue growth that will in turn lead to positive price momentum for Palantir's stock. And you also have to keep in mind that as of now, there is no overt threat of intense regulatory activity. Palantir has shown time and again that it demands the respect of America's major defense agencies. So this is kind of how you have to look at it. Ultimately, any concerns that certain members of Congress might have with Palantir won't be able to stand if the company is best suited for the job. So to wrap all this up, this is basically what I think. The future of Palantir is bright, and with new opportunities in the private enterprise market set to change its revenue source dramatically, Palantir is experiencing a lot of growth really quickly right now, and its service offerings are still continuing to see an increase in customer interest. And with new clients signing on to Palantir's software seemingly every day, the future is really bright indeed. So yeah, just some food for thought. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think Palantir is an incredible company, and I think their Foundry for Crypto is probably going to be one of the most important pieces of technology that the company releases when it comes to the future of their commercial revenue growth. So while I get it that some people just might see Foundry for Crypto as a rebranding of Palantir's existing financial data mining technology, I believe it is so much more than that, and really proves to me that Palantir is continuing on its path as a forward-thinking company that really has the potential to be one of the most important software companies in the world. And this isn't something that I say lightly. I think the thing we all need to understand at this point is we just need to be patient with Palantir's growth. And I think, give this company 10 years, and everyone will eventually know the name Palantir, just like everyone knows the name Tesla. But yeah, that'll do it for today's video, guys. Thanks to everyone who made it to the end, and also thanks to everyone for all the love and support, and I'll catch you next time.